Guess you can see, we just finished another good day of I guess what you call sun gazing, sun charging, earthing, grounding. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but it was another good day. As you can see, the clouds starting to come out. I came out a little bit late again, and I actually got in a good 30 minutes of sun gazing. I haven't done that in I don't know how long. So it just happened, So, I guess I don't want to continue to go up real fast in the speed. I don't want to do like 1 hour at a time. I don't want to do that till like next year. But, it was a good 30 minutes today. I was real relaxed. For some reason, something told me to kind of focus with my psyche while I was sun gazing. So I could do a lot of good eye movements. Put my eyes in the position while I was into the sun for the most part. And I think I did a pretty good job. I was real relaxed. But we're not going to talk too much about sun gazing today. We're going to talk a little bit about, I guess, sun bathing, just getting out and enjoying the sun for the most part. I don't know where most of y'all live, but down here in San Antonio, hopefully the clouds will clear up around noon. But the clouds are going to clear up for the most part. I'm going to get out here and I'm going to do a pretty good amount of bathing. I've been out here since around 9 o'clock in the morning, getting a good amount of sun all over my body for the most part. But like I say, if you're not used to the sun, even if you go out there around 12 to 1 to 2 o'clock, do about a good, let's say, 2 to 3 minutes on each side. You don't need to do too much. Just try to get some. If you can get all your clothes off, get all your clothes off. Get your armpits, get your balls, get your butt, get everything. Let the sun touch every part of your body, because you got to get that light, and that light is going to do a good job of I keep saying it's going to create that vasodilation, open up those better endorphins. It's going to let the blood flow all throughout your body. So let's say like you got weak areas of the body, and you're not getting it, that sun's going to help. The sun's going to help the oxygen get into those areas and things of that nature. So, you want to make that, you want to have a good job of, getting that vitamin D and storing that vitamin D. Because remember, it's the sun. When the sun hits the skin and it penetrates, that's what creates the vitamin D from the cholesterol in the body. So you got to remember that. I don't want you to think that, sun is vitamin D. No, you can actually create your own vitamin D in your body. You don't need the sun, because you could use your emotional energy charge and your mental imagination to create that feeling and things like that. You can create your own vitamin D for the most part like that. But yeah, just come out here and get some good sun. Lay out in the sun, let your kids get out and play, have some fun, because you gotta get that sun on your body, man. I understand everything that's going on. If you got a backyard, let them roam out in that backyard. We got all this little piece of land out here, so we just let the kids just roam, and they be trying to go through the trees, climbing the trees, doing all types of things of that nature. So yeah, just get on out here, and enjoy the sun, and because it's powerful. Now, if you can't handle the sun, come out early in the morning. If you can, come out around right before sunrise, because that's what they call the infrared type of light from the sun. And that right there, remember, the infrared is going to be attracted to heat. So that right there is going to help sort of heat your body, but at the same time, it's going to help stimulate the production of your collagen. And that's going to help create a lot of vasodilation to the skin. So like I said, like you coming out right now, right this time of year, it's perfect because it's spring. So you want to utilize that first before the sunrise comes. You want to utilize it. Remember all that redness right there? Just come out here, just if you can't lay butt naked in that right there. Yeah, it might be a little chilly, but do the best you can do. And by doing that, that's going to help you utilize the sun for more down the road. Especially in the summertime, so you can actually assimilate the sun, so you can actually break a sweat while you're out in the sun. So the goal is, let's say like in the summertime it's 100 degrees. You don't want to go out in the sun when it's like 100 degrees and you breaking out sweating and you can't handle the heat. You want to go out in the sun when it's like 100 degrees and all of a sudden you feel that sun, and it's like, it feels like a cool breeze the whole time. So like when I go out in this 100 degrees and everybody's sweating and they complaining about the sun, it's like a cool breeze to me, because I've prepped over the years. But some ways you can do to help that, like I mentioned, you want to get outside during that right before the sunrise, and if you can, get out like between 7, 8, 9 o'clock every morning, and just do what you got to do. Just sit out there. I don't care if you got a garden. I don't care if you're going for some walks. I don't care if you're moving, you're meditating, you're seeking, you're spontaneous moving, you're qigong, whatever you got to do it in the least amount of clothes possible. And that's going to help you utilize the sun for later on, for when the UVBs come in. Because if the sun energy is too strong for your skin is going to restrict. You see that? Your skin is going to restrict. and it's going to create that vasodilation, and you're not going to be able to get this simulate the sun for the most part. So, like I said, you want to prep for this long. So, you know, I don't care if it's you're doing your partner massages, you're moving, whatever you got to do whatever you got to do to create that vasodilation, so you can, so when the sun hits your skin, you can actually assimilate it into your body, and that's what we want right there. We want to be able to create that vasodilation and let the sun soak into the skin. We're not going to talk about the sun in the eyes today. I might do that another time, but right now it's really just about the skin for the most part, because I want y'all to be able to utilize the sun instead of, you know, going out and saying, oh, it's too hot, I can't handle the sun gonna do this. No, you got to put in the prep work, you know. And like I know a lot of y'all just really ain't been out in the sun for the most part. So when you go out, next thing you know, like this 80-degree weather, it might be a pain to some people, but okay, don't go out when it's 80 degrees. Go out when it's a lot cooler, and then slowly build up. But then when it's like 80 degrees, instead of trying to sunbathe for like 15, 20, 30, 40 minutes, you know, or sunblack. Some people might want to get darker, whatever you want to call it. Don't you want to use the sun as a form of nutrition, you know. You want to use the sun nutrition so you can help build your skin. And remember, if you go back and you study a guy by the name of Dr. Head back in the 1800s, he showed you a correlation between your organs and each part of the body. So when the sun is actually feeding your skin, and you actually get nutrition, and it's actually repairing your skin, because remember we talked about the collagen earlier, and the vasodilation and things of that nature, and it's feeding your skin. So once that process happens, you actually setting a reflex mechanism. Let's say my thumb, the skin on my thumb, right? So we'll just say that reflex mechanism is reflecting to the let's say my C6, C7 around the part of my neck, and that's also dealing with more of the radial nerve too. The radial nerve too. So that's really more C5 for the most part, C5, C6 for the most part. So you said and that right there is going to have a reflex mechanism. Let's say like C6, C7, that might kind of go with the lungs and the heart and things of that nature. So that's where that's going to help go repair for the most part. That kind of makes sense. Well, I hope it's kind of making sense for y'all. And that's kind of how I want you to look at the sun. So when the sun is repairing your skin, it's also going to have a reflex mechanism to the muscles, to the bones, and to the organs. So that's how you can use the reflex mechanism of the body, because like people talk about reflexology for the hands and feet and the eye and the ears, and earology for the eyes. No, the whole entire body is a reflex mechanism if you know how to do it right. But if you do too much and get too much sun and your body's not able to take in that energy, now you're going to have that vasoconstriction. And now instead of the sun repairing you, it's going to be destroying you and breaking you down. And that's the issue a lot of people have. You know, they get more dehydrated, the skin to get dehydrated, start to get wrinkles, this, and all this type of things start to happen. And that's something we don't want to go. So we want to just take it easy and slowly build up. So let's say like right now you're going to handle like 5 minutes on each side while you're sunbathing. Just do that. If you feel like you can do more, don't even worry about it, because trust me, it's going to come a time when you become so hydrated that you'll be able to handle like an hour on each side. You just chilling. You know, you're in your meditative state, your brain waves going, you going from beta, high beta, that's high beta stress, to low beta, to like the low, to the level what I'm at right now, and more to alpha. That's like, the alpha's like going in between, like, it's kind of like going into like different dimensions, you know, like I'm here right now, but I'm going to alpha, like I'm in the gate bridge between, I'm chilling right now, but I'm chilling also going in between, because it's the gate bridge between beta and theta, and I guess we could say delta too. So that's kind of what we want to do. You want to just kind of get in that state and just treat our body into a state of homeostasis for the most part. So I kind of hope this is kind of making sense, dealing with the sun and sunbathing and things like that, because I want y'all to be able to utilize the sun. Another thing that a lot of people don't know about, a lot of people do other than the breath work, the ice soaks. And I found that out about 5 years ago. I had no idea that when I was doing all these ice soaks in the winter and springtime, that it was prepping me for being able to handle the sun in the summertime. So I would get to do like my ice soaks for just my feet and hands, you know, 2 to 3 minutes each time. And I just kept doing it over and over and over. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be hot and burning up. Why I feel so cool? And you know, I'm just outside cool the whole time. So you can literally utilize the ice soaks to help you utilize the sun. And when it's 100 degrees, you're chilling in the sun and it doesn't feel that hot, you know. So you keep doing them every single day over and over and over, you're going to be chilling. Then the breath work gets easier, the meditation gets easier. That's when that Wim Hof stuff kicks in. You know, I've been doing that since, well, I guess 2002, 12 when I started doing the Wim Hof stuff and the Wim Hof and the Dr. Potato, woman to breathe less, the utilization of your carbon dioxide, because a lot of people think that CO2 in the body is nothing but what they call waste. But like I keep saying, you don't want to just keep inhaling and exhaling and keep trying to throw out all the CO2. You want it light inhale from your lower part of your lungs, your lower lobes and your middle lobes. That's kind of where a lot of fluid in, because we don't use those lower lobes. So it's kind of like where a lot of viruses and bacteria, they start to activate, because the respiratory muscles right there, they're not helping the lungs function so much for the most part. Because remember, the muscles and the fats, that's kind of what helps the lungs do its job. Then when those muscles like the lower abdominals and remember we talked about the diaphragm and the external intercostal muscles for the most part, costal muscles, when those get impaired, you can't use that lower lobe to breathe, because everything's gonna be so stagnated. And you're gonna have so much more venous stasis. That's like a breeding ground for things to go from internal to external. Next thing you know, you got issues going on. Next thing you can't breathe, you coughing, and then next thing you know, when you're coughing, all of a sudden your intrapleural pressure is going to start to decrease. Now you can't breathe, you can't get more oxygen from the pulmonary ventilation. Then when you're going to keep coughing, that's going to the neck muscles. Remember how the neck muscles people keep coughing, and you keep coughing, and people start having issue with the neck muscle. So that, remember, it's a small muscle, the minimus scalene, not the anterior scalene, but the minimus scalene. Once that minimus scalene start to restrict, that's when you're going to continue to cough and cough and cough, because that muscle is hypertonic. And a lot of those muscles are putting pressure on that pharynx nerve right there. That pharynx nerve originates from what, C3, C4, and that would govern the what's the name of that muscle? The diaphragm for the most part. So it starts way up in the neck. But I think the laryngetic. Anyway, it's a few nerves in these muscles up there, and they start to put pressure on those nerves down there. And once you get pressure on those nerves, then you're gonna cough. You're not gonna be able to utilize the muscles, because the muscles gonna be getting tired out. Now, once that happens, the lymphatic flow starts to restrict even more and more and more. The lymphatics not gonna be working. So a lot of times people talk about build your lymphatics up. A lot of times it's really just simple as, getting your muscles and getting your fascia much more activated, so you're not as stagnant, so you can get blood flow to those areas. And so, because remember, the muscles pump the lymphatics, you see. But if the muscles are tired because you overuse them, and then once you overuse them, you start having issues, you start getting overstressed, and stress continues to build up. So what happens when stress build up? You see, now all of a sudden the cortisol rises, your high stress better, and then you're not able to recover at nighttime, so you wake up just recovering a little bit, but not to the full strength that you need to be at. Then once that continues to happen, you start to get more and more issues, and now all of a sudden your muscles wear out more and more and more, a whole lot more faster. And that's what we want to get away from, because I want you to be able to rest and recover so much more efficiently, so that you can, anything that happens, your body's able to knock it out. That's why they say kids always recover faster than adults for the most part, because they don't have those stagnation issues that we tend to have. And that's what we want to get away from, those stagnation issues, because we were talking about the neck. So all of a sudden, when the muscles get tired, remember, the muscles is what pumps the lymphatics. Remember, they pump and they get it to move. Movement is what gets the lymphatics to move. That's why people are always talking about breath work, massage. People are talking about like jumping around, moving around, things like that. That's what gets the lymphatic system to go. But all that's fine and dandy. But if you're still out of balance with the homeostasis, you're not going to be able to recover at nighttime, because that's when because you remember, have you ever heard anybody talk about when you get your brain waves down to 7.3 and theta, that's when healing occurs, and that's what you want right there, so the body go on homeostasis, neuromodulation, and start to repair the body for the most part. Like, we can do all the jumping around, the exercise movement we want, but we can't do it forever, because our body will eventually tire out, unless you know how to do a lot of good light movement, light repetition like that, and you continue to pump things. And that's going to help move the venous circulation and things of that nature. I don't even know why I'm even talking about all that. We probably should just talk about the sun and getting out and for the skin for the most part, because, man, the sun is powerful for the skin, y'all. And once you understand how to utilize that skin, man, it's going to make a whole bunch of changes in your body, because let's say it could be like, we're going to use the left side of my forehead. Left side of my forehead, the temple region. Let's say that area could be just totally just impaired, weak. But see, when you look at the Heads model, Dr. Heads from back in the late 1800s, when he did a lot of good work, by the way. He figured out, I think it's the left or the right. Anyways, one of them. But those have a good correlation with the livers and the stomach and things like that. But even just getting some sun on those areas and just kind of just working the area, that's going to have a reflex mechanism to those organs right there. So as that skin is getting repaired, those organs are getting repaired, and that makes it easier for them to function so much more better. But the goal is you want to just keep doing it over and over, keep getting a little bit some more. That's why we like in the I think it was up to like the 1940s, sunbathing used to be real big back in the days. But they don't do it no more because I guess the companies that took over for the most part. They say it's not scientific because they want to put the money in science for the most part. But yeah, but once you can get out and get that sun on all parts of your body, it's going to make a truly tremendous big difference. Another thing you can do for the skin too is man, go out and do a bath soak and put some let's say go to the store and get some ginger and some cayenne. Now you don't have to put a whole bunch of cayenne off in there. You can start out with maybe like an eighth of a teaspoon and do like two tablespoons of ginger root for the most part, and you can boil that and you can sit in the bath soak, and that's gonna get the blood flowing all throughout your body too. So that's something else you could do for your skin, and by doing that, that's going to help cleanse the pores so you can help assimilate so much more better. But that's also going to create homeostasis and let the blood flow get to the skin so much more effectively. That kind of makes sense. So like you ain't got to do all that running and sweating just to get all the blood flow get into your skin for the most part. Sometimes life should be simple, man. We ain't got to do all this exercise stuff, but that's a whole nother topic I'm going to be talking a whole lot more about too. But anyway, I think I've been talking too long. I need to get back because I gotta go do my little meditative type of work, and I gotta go out and you saw this woods. I'm about to go do my bear crawl and stuff like that later on today. So anyway, I'm out, y'all. Y'all be easy. Tell me how to do the bath soak in writing. Oh, yeah, Sarah. I got a video somewhere. Could the sun skin heal? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Oh, and Sarah, I guess I got a video. Maybe I probably tag you in the video for the most part, but the bath soak is really powerful. I've been doing that bath soak since 2012. Yes, could the sun on the skin heal stretch marks? Now that I don't know for sure, but because I don't have stretch marks. But based on my knowledge of information, let's say because when we're dealing with stretch marks, we're dealing with a lot of inflammation of the venous circulation for the most part. Muscles just tired. You got a lot of the first layer, the connective tissue. It's like they're stuck to the muscle, stuck to the skin, they're stuck to the blood vessel. So everything is really tight and things start to get inflamed for the most part. But yeah, even going out in the sun in the first moment, not so you don't want to go out in the sun like around this time of the day when it's really hot. You want to start maybe like get the first full month and just going out like right before the sun come on, like that red light. So you want to kind of do the red light first, right? You want to do the red light first with the sun, so you can actually get that red light so it can be infiltrated into your body, and it's going to get deep down into your body. And it's going to stimulate the production of your collagen. Remember, collagen, that's one of the supplements that everybody like to take for the most part. And by doing that, that's going to help get the blood flow to the skin, so you can help things start to flow a lot more efficiently. That kind of makes sense. So that's kind of what we're doing with that right there. So yeah, the sun can help. And then when you're doing that, then you go out the sun like around 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You start sunbathing. And you start taking a little bit of sun here, a little bit of sun in there. Then you start adding the movements and your exercise, and then that's what's going to help with the stretch marks for the most part. So it's really by just removing all the connective tissue throughout the first layer and increasing your venous circulation, for the most part. And once that happens, then they start to slowly repair. It might take months, I don't know, but yeah, it'll help a whole bunch. It will truly help a whole bunch. So I hope that helps. All right, cool. That's good. So I'm about to be out, y'all. I got a lot of stuff I gotta go do. I gotta go do my meditative stuff and things like that. I gotta go do my lower body massage. I always off from my tailbone, the coccyx. I spend about 45 minutes right there. That's kind of moving the pelvic floor muscle. I kind of work that. Then I start from my quads, then my hamstrings, then my calves, and my feet, and I finish off with things like that. So I'm about to go do all this stuff right now, y'all. And I'll come back and maybe we'll talk about that too if y'all got any questions on that. We out. That's that dopamine, I mean dope.